Thug must have heard that shit, man. He stood on it, taking it to trial. Gunner, man, took that plea, that snitch deal. So you know what it is. Look like a duck, act like a duck, quack like a duck, it's a duck. You know, 1,000 though, Young Thug stood on it, didn't say nothing. He's gonna get out though, because from the looks of it, they did legal search and seizure, so they don't have to let him out of it. That's why. Nobody, all 28 of them, they should have just shut up and not said nothing, let the work. Lawyers do their job they was paid to do, and then come back with their facts and finding, and then go from there. You know, so, yeah, Young Thug did right. I'm gonna play this video, man, on this illegal search and seizure proceeding and the hearing that's gonna get him out.
Going down to line 3, it's on page 34, continuing. Mr. Bailey, the district attorney, on page...
Just say,
of course.
IT is about to create a new secure Zoom link. It's only for the attorneys. You're not to share the link. You understand?
Peep how the judge just called a whole nother play in the middle of what they were doing.
Good? All right, thanks. Okay. I'm sorry. Continue.
That's okay. On page 3, 34, Your Honor, of Court's Exhibit 2, line 3. This is Mr. Bailey, the district attorney at that time, or senior assistant district attorney. On page 3 of the motion, it states, Mr. Williams was arrested on a DeKalb County warrant. However, law enforcement officers unlawfully entered and searched Mr. Williams' home, even though they were supposedly armed with an arrest warrant, and there was no need to search or even enter Mr. Williams' home in an effort to serve this alleged arrest warrant, as there was no lawful reason to force entry in Mr. Williams' home. Then there are two parts here.
That's just going to get Thug off, is because legal search and seizure. That's why the rest of the other 27 should have shut the fuck up and not said nothing.
Did they, meaning police, have the right to vet the arrest warrant, and what did they see once they got inside that would rise to probable cause? Then, skipping, Your Honor, to line 21, same page 34, this is Mr. Bailey again. Normally, officers can't just walk into folks' homes. That is well established, but there is a carve-out for affecting. Officers have reasonable belief the individual.
When I freeze a frame in my videos, it's talk, but this is not me stopping it. That's actual the court proceedings that kept glitching. I actually watched it when it was going on. It was glitching then, and when I went back to record it somewhere else, it did the same thing. So it was something with the IT. They were doing something, so we couldn't hear everything that was going on, per se, in real time. They know it's a lot of crooked underlying stuff that was going on with this, how this case was handled. And that's just a magnification of the rest of our legal system, our traditional system in America, how crooked they are to get their way. They'll do certain things to win cases. This is a prime example. This is what's going to get them off. Because since him being a celebrity, now their practices are being exposed to the real stage too. Simple as that. It ain't no fun that the homies can't have none. And what's good for the goose gotta be good for the gander.
So it is not this way the state is saying that it's only somehow marijuana. I challenge the entry into Mr. Williams' home. When law enforcement went into the home, they allegedly found marijuana, guns, other contraband, and that's when eventually the seizure of all of Mr. Williams' electronic devices that I've challenged, that should have been returned, I've challenged, cannot be used in this case. On page 35, the district attorney said, it's at the end of line 1, Your Honor, or it's the middle of line 1. An arrest warrant found on probable cause implicitly carries with it the limited authority to enter a dwelling in which a suspect lives when there is reason to believe he is within. The state is saying the entry into Mr. Williams' home was unlawful. He has his constitutional right to violate.
He said dude's a victim. And I feel that, because you know how many times brothers being violated, dealing with the law at hand? Come on now. So I see them getting the situation thrown out and being something bigger maybe on their
The
end.
court should say respectfully, no way, this would litigate. On page 36, the district attorney continues, it's on line 10, Your Honor, and the parties. Now, were the facts that they knocked and he came to the door, and they, meaning the police, Your Honor, detained him, meaning Mr. Williams, then Mr. Steele would be completely correct, and they could not enter the home. They affected the arrest warrant. Then skipping to line 19, Your Honor, page 36. So they have all clear lawful authority, talking about the police, to go in to effect the arrest warrant. And then we get to the second point, and it is in the same Wall case. Wall is W-A-L-L. It states on the last page, once inside the apartment, the law enforcement officers had the authority to seize marijuana that was in plain view. I challenge that law enforcement had no right to go into Mr. Williams' abode. And then the prosecutor on page 36, line 25, concludes, that is exactly what we have in this case. Once law enforcement is inside, they see marijuana on the coffee table in the master bedroom suite, and additionally marijuana.
And this lawyer Kojak, he just exposed these crooked ass cops, dirty ways. And in 2022, just got them. They gotta let him go. Stop playing. Nothing even matters what they found in his house at that point in time once they came in there illegally. That's what people gotta respect and understand. And him winning the suppression, he won his case. Y'all niggas should have said nothing.
And the master bedroom, and Detective Gaither further testified there were guns located in the living room. So that is